What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're in for a hell of a ride with some Boros artifacts, and really because of this card. This Patchwork Automaton's actually pretty damn explosive. Doesn't look like it would be, but I'll show you a little something. Let's go take a look at the deck list. Right, as always, y'all know what's up. If you gotta get something to protect your cards, your comics, your sports stuff, even full boxes, they make protective cases if you want to store your boxes just for value. Check out shop.ultrapro.com. They are amazing. They support amazing content creators like moi, and they've been around 70 years, so it ain't like they're going anywhere. The stuff's tried and tested. Go check it out. Okay, so getting into this list, here's what we've got on the rundown. We've got 4 hotshot mechanics. Mostly because it's a 2-1, but you know what? It's also an artifact, and we have stuff that cares about artifacts coming into play, and it can crew stuff cheaply, so it's doing a lot of things we like in here. And since we're an aggressive deck, a 2-1 for 1's just fine. Now we're playing 3 portable holes. There are probably some times I think you may want 4 portable holes, but I'm not really sure where I would put it, so something to think about. But for now, there's 3 in this list. We are playing the full set of 4 rabbit batteries. Partly because, again, it's an artifact, but it is actually really good at giving your big things haste because we have some things that will want haste. The other thing to remember, too, is when you reconfigure something, if those creatures die, the equipment falls off and just becomes a creature again. So it's almost like a way to protect yourself against sweepers, and that's actually really, really powerful. We have 3 Reinforced Ronins, and I'm going to say I don't really like this card that much, but I do really like it in here for 2 reasons. One, again, we have stuff that cares about artifacts coming into play, and this is one you're guaranteed to be able to play every turn. The other is that, well, if it does suck, we do at least get to get rid of it for another card, so I don't hate it. 4 Voltage Surge. This is actually a really fantastic card in here because we can get rid of an artifact that isn't that good anymore and deal 4, or we can just deal 2. And a lot of times when you're worried about the, Selesnya Enchantments deck, when you want to kill their Jukai Naturalist, you want to kill the Kami of Transience, any of that stuff before it gets big or out of hand, that's great. Against mono white aggro, you can kill early, Thalias if you need to get rid of that, because that can be a problem for this deck at times. Maybe you want to get rid of a Aspirant, it's good against that, right? There's, against the life gain creature decks, like you can pick off the early stuff before it gets counters. So it's a shock plus when you're worrying about killing creatures. And then against mono green, you can take down a troll or take down, a pack leader or whatever. So this card is actually pretty versatile and really like what it does. And you can hit planeswalkers with it if necessary. 4 Ingenious Smith, no brainer here. Once per turn, you get to put a counter on it if you have an artifact come into play. And you get to search for an artifact. So yeah, we're definitely going to play it. It's just like a free card in this deck usually. 4 Machiko's Reign of Truth. This card is going to do a lot of work in this deck because we have so many artifacts that this is usually going to be giving +4 to +8 a lot of times. So this is going to be very good for us. And this is one of the cards we were talking about that sometimes you want haste on, right? When this flips and becomes a creature, it's probably going to be at least a 6/6. So if you can load it up and make it a 7/7 and swing, that's going to be huge for us in this deck. So lots of these cards are going to be doing work with each other. Lizard Blades, kind of a no-brainer in here just because we're going to have a lot of creatures that grow over time, become 5/5s to 8/8s. So sometimes just one hit's going to be enough. Patchwork Automaton. This is the one we were talking about there in the opener, and this card is super solid. Mostly because it has the words Ward 2. The best part is if you play this early, barring your opponent getting a turn 3 or 4, Meat Hook Massacre to deal with it, you can keep putting counters on it and just get it out of reach. And then, even if they want to use their 3 mana exile creatures, they have to wait till they have 5 mana to even kill it. So you can get a couple of big hits in it and force them to deal with it on the way to trying to remove it. And then their whole turn is just removing this, which means the rest of your board probably goes unaffected. So, yeah, this card, not even because of what it does for itself, kind of what it does for the rest of the board is what makes it so good. And it's just hard to deal with. So this card can end up being your route to victory in a lot of games, surprisingly. Then, of course, Reckoner Bankbuster. If we just need cards, it can help us draw cards. If we need a defender, it's a big 4/4. If we need an attacker, and again with Rabbit Battery, it's awesome. So yeah, nothing to complain about here. And then kind of a forgotten card, Maul the Skyclaves. This thing's just a surprise winner in here a lot of times. When you can get a creature that's 6, 7, 8 power, you can play this down, give it +2, and get in there. That's usually going to be it, right? So definitely playing 3 of these. I almost want to play 4, but I made room for Halvar, God of Battle, for a couple of reasons. The first is it also gives your stuff double strike if you're equipped, so that's actually really good. And since we have equipment, this makes a lot of sense, right? But if we play it as an equipment, that's actually really good too, because it can actually save our creatures. And that's also pretty important, right? If we're playing against control decks and we're worried about sweepers coming, it's like, okay, cool, we equip this up, and the Sword of the Realm says whenever your creature dies, you return it to your hand. And sometimes that's extra value, right? You put it on something like a Machiko's Reign of Truth, or I guess the Portrait of Machiko once it becomes a creature, or you put it on something like an Ingenious Smith so you can get another card. Like, this gives you a lot of extra value. And we're only playing 1. It's not like it's a game breaker, but it's enough versatility that we at least wanted to consider what it could do for us. And then lands. We're playing 2 Eiganjo, 2 Plains, 2 Den of the Bugbear, 1 Mountain, 1 Sokinzen, 4 Needleverge Pathway, 4 Sundown Pass, 2 Roadside Reliquaries, so we can draw extra cards because we do have artifacts and enchantments, and 3 Treasure Vaults. And I'm trying the Treasure Vaults out, and some other people played them in some variants they had, and I'm kind of curious how well they're going to work out. Partly, though, they are an artifact land, so it counts for your Ingenious Smith, right? Getting a +1/+1. Also counts as an artifact you control for Machiko's Reign of Truth, so that's an extra bonus. So that's super fantastic. It can create extra artifacts, if necessary, to make your Machiko's Reign of Truths bigger. Gives you some treasure, but that's not really going to matter all that much. So we'll see. There's possibility we just go down to 1 of these and we put some other colored mana in. But we'll talk about that at the end of the video. And like always, if you would be so kind, play the whole video if you can, because the longer you watch a video, the more our videos get recommended with that watch time. It helps out a bunch. But when you get to the end, we're going to talk about updates we would make to this, and have a card spotlight for you so you learn a little bit of something about Magic. See you on the other side. Okay. We're going to keep this. I mean, this seems more than reasonable on the play. I mean, we get to attack for 1 now, 3 next turn, possibly, if our card gets to live. I don't know that it will. Well, we are not going to be spending our time doing that. We have other things that are necessary. In the event they are actually just playing, you know, life gain cleric stuff. They did. They chose cleric, so. Green land, though. That's not something I expected to see there. That is a bit intriguing. Sort of wondering if I want to... I mean, I could Bankbuster... I guess we just do this. Get in there for 4. I mean, worst case scenario, it's 4 next turn. We get rid of something with the Portable Hole, play the Bankbuster, have a 4/4, 5/5, and then have some haste things behind it, maybe? Aw, Spellbinder. That's no fun. Well, you got my Bankbuster. Darn. You got me, opponent. Alright, guess we just play that down and attack. I mean, why not? End the turn. So we have Bankbuster is going to get to put a +1 on the Patchwork Automaton at the very least. Or maybe we get lucky and get to Portable Hole something. And then we could rabbit up the Machiko. Or whatever it turns into, the Portrait of Machiko. However, these cards are no good against the opponent. So that's very sad times. That, however, is very good against the opponent. So that is not sad times at all. What do we do here? We definitely want to do this. That is for certain. Get rid of that duder. Then we could turn this into a 3/3, and there's no penalty. Or we could just give this haste and attack. Mostly deciding how I want to use this Voltaic Surge. I think, though, it's not worth the effort. We're going to do this. And get in for 6, I think. That's going to be the play here. Alright. And in a desperation situation, we can give them back one of these portal creatures. Actually, we could even sack the automaton if we have to and just keep the board locked up. That's probably a very reasonable play here. Nothing in their graveyard currently. I'm just thinking if I want to kill the Righteous Valkyrie, give them a chance to get that back. Keep their life totals low. Okay, I guess we're going to let it resolve. It's extra life that we're going to have to punch through, but it is what it is. Alright, Mechanic. Mechanic gives us something we could get rid of. Or we just play the Bank Buster. Do I want to kill something of theirs now? Because that's a real question. I think we just do this, though, and we gamble. And then if the opponent just has it, next turn they have it. Like, if they have a sweeper here, it's just bad for us. We'll just deal with it. It's not the end of the world, because we'll still have a Bank Buster, but kind of curious what green's in there for. This is a version I haven't seen yet, for sure. Alright, Vanishing Versing that. It's annoying, but it doesn't really do much. Oh, it's for the Selesnya. I gotcha. Sure. Guess I should have left mana open. That's my punishment. I deserve that. I deserve every bit of that. I guess we play the other Bank Buster. Guess we turn that into a 5/5. And then we crew this one. And we attack. Depending on how they block, we'll fire this off, but just depends on what they want to do here. Oh, this could be very good. So now we want to kill Aura first, so when it dies, nothing else triggers. And then we could kill off the Valkyrie in this exchange. I think. I mean, like, Selesnya is going to be annoying to deal with, don't get me wrong, but because it's going to go to at least a 4/4 here. I mean, if we kill the Selesnya, though, then the Valkyrie doesn't have enough power to kill anything. So let's do that. Let's kill Selesnya off. And then we'll leave those like that. We will leave these because it doesn't matter. We're going to do this. Target this. Sack the other Bank Buster. Actually, do we want to? We want to have 2 Bank Busters? If we're going to do that, then we probably just sacrifice the Rapid Battery. Because the other Bank Buster can still draw us cards while we're attacking. So let's not do that. Let's sack the Rabbit Battery. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. Because we killed Aura, they actually wouldn't have gotten another +1/+1 on Selesnya. So it would have been a 3/3, and we could have killed off the Valkyrie. Yeah, we would have rather have done that. That's definitely a mistake. Might have got another bailout here. What do you have in the yard? You've got an Elite Spellbinder and a Trellisera. Both are annoying, but whatevs. Get them in there. I mean, you have to double block if you're going to kill something, so whatever. Bad part is we kind of have to give up our hot shot mechanic, I think, because we don't want to give the opponent a creature back here. That's just not to our benefit. So, yeah. Hot shot mechanic's going to go away. So ultimately, it didn't matter greatly because they had another aura, which means they would have got the Valkyrie back anyway, and we'd have done this kind of weird song and dance. So it kind of just is what it is. All right. I mean, we've dealt with a lot of life gain and their best creatures so far, so if they just have more here, they just have it. All right, Sigarda Splendor. Going to be annoying, but we can fight through that right now. Iganjo, solid. Yeah, we're gonna attack. And then I guess we're gonna draw. In case we get a creature we can play here. That is a creature worth playing. We'll take, ooh, a portable hole. That sounds great. The fact that we have Portable Hole and Iganjo, really good here. Yep. Works for me. Oh, this is also good. Man, options. We got to do this, though. Portable Hole. And then we will attack, I guess just for 6. Because what else are we going to do? They will get another card here, though. Actually, I guess we should have attacked with both. Okay, opponent gave up anyway. This is pretty bad, so let's go ahead and mulligan that. This is not better. Jeez. You know, let's keep it anyway. I'm going to scrap this because I feel like we're going to need everything else along the way. And we're going to hope to draw just an untapped white source. On the plus side, we can shoot the first creature. We can play a Bank Buster. Like, okay, that's actually a real card we can play too. So that's not bad. We can at least do some things in the short term. Come on, play your Jukai, guys, so I can kill it. Be kind, opponent. There you go. I mean, the real thing is, it probably means the next thing they're going to play is that Kamigawa Transience, and I'm going to hate myself anyway, but nothing we can do about it. So let's go, let's go. Weaver. All right. Weaver is kind of big money by himself. No lie. Guess we're going to go Bank Buster here. No attack. Mostly because next turn we can play Lizard Scales or Lizard Blades and then attack with a Bank Buster if we want to. Now, admittedly, we're going to be running into two 2/2s, but if they want to trade for that, I think that's reasonable. We wouldn't be too upset about it. Plus, if we'd have got a white land, it would have been super good, because then we've been able to play multiple artifacts, make this a 4/4 attack with 4/4, but that's all. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Did not happen. So we're just going to give ourselves the best odds going forward. And we're going to crew this bad boy. And we're going to get in there. Alright, they did not want to trade. That is good for us. Naturalist, sure. Is a 3/3. Oh. Really? Okay. They feel they're motivated to attack here. Ooh, no land. Wish we would have had it. Alright, so now we have real decisions to make. Man, a white land would have set this off big time. Okay. What do we want to do? We can play the other Bankbuster, which turns our Automaton into a 4/4. Might be okay. We could play the Rabbit Battery. I think the thing is, though, we need to do this, because if we do get more mana, we're going to ultimately be able to open things up a lot more, right? So now the question is just, do we save to block? Like, basically, are we the beatdown here yet? That's the real question. I don't think we are, so we're just going to pass. I mean, because they could very well just play, like, Borrowed Times and whatever here and just make our life miserable. Only good news is the patchwork still makes them cost 1 more. Well, now they found their land, so they can very much borrow time. Oh, Hallowed Haunting. All right, well, our time to act is very limited now. All right. Come on, deck. Oh, you are not making this easy. I mean, we really, really, really have no outs here, do we? No easy ones, anyway. Whew. I mean, I guess... I mean, I have a feeling this is not going to last very long, but what else are we going to do? Now, here's the plus side of all this. In all seriousness, if we find a white land, we could effectively tack for lethal. Oh, I was going to say, because we could pump this to 6, and this would have been 7, 8. Oh, that would have been so nice. Did not get us there. Now, this can generate artifacts, not do anything. This could draw us a card, so I guess we might as well do that. Let's get a card from one of these. All right, that's all we were looking for. That's all we needed. And let's... can we do enough here? Dun, 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 dun. All right. Let's crew. I'm just debating if I want to put the Rabbit Battery on this or not. I think we do. Just the opponent has to give us their best creatures to kill it. I mean, they're obviously jumping with that. All right, opponent's at 11. Now we have lethal a couple of different ways, potentially. Again, still need to draw an untap. My goodness, a third Hallowed Haunting. All right. Well, the good news is we're just going to fly over the top, so this isn't really relevant. Whew. Somehow we did this not even getting mana. Like, we got stuck on 2 forever, and then we finally got it. It wasn't even a colored land. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, opponent's going to go to 14. But even with all that, it doesn't really matter. Because currently they do not fly. And we will attack for all that. Whew. Ugh. Wow. Wow. All right, we are going first. Let's try it. Let's gamble a little bit. Obviously, we want some white mana that we don't have, but that's okay. Really, it's not okay. We're just going to try to make it okay. I don't know if this Roadside Reliquary, how good it's going to be. I was kind of hoping it was going to do a little something, something, but, you know, we'll find out. Now, do we even... I don't even think we want to attack here. I think we just pass. Because even if they attack, we block, they make a 1/1. That's an acceptable trade. Alright, Sun Gold Sentinel. We're fine killing that. If the opponent wants to attack, we will block. I think those in our best interest. Let's kill that. Okay, well, I guess maybe one day we'll get to draw cards off these. Though we drew plenty of land, we just need other things now. Alright, Spellbinder. You get a Maul of the Skyclaves. Congratulations. We would like to attack. Feel free to block or not. Like, does not bother me either way. Alright, especially since we have creatures from our lands, we can possibly draw a card. Fortunately, the hotshot mechanics count as artifacts. We also have them all the Skyclave on deck, so who knows? Alright, now the question is, can we race? I don't know that we can, but we're sure as hell going to have to try, aren't we? That could help the equation down the road. Now, admittedly, we should save to block, but I know how many exile things they have that could just get rid of this. So there's a chance we wouldn't even have got the 4 damage in. Wanderer. That does something. That's pretty big, actually.
I'm not overconfident. Just
yep. That's a pretty big thing.
My judgment is final.
Okay. Not what we were looking for. We're going to go ahead and just have to use this. Send one here, and we're going to, I guess, just save the other to block.
Until next time, then.
Don't think we're going to be able to get out of this. We're in a little bit of a bad shape. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Your opponent, you're good. We're only at 15. Yeah, come on with it. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, we actually can't even win. I don't know what they took so long making that decision for. They didn't have anything else in hand. Okay, yeah, we'll keep this. Let's play that and pass. Alright, Automaton. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go Bank Buster here. So we can attack for 4 next turn. Because we can play the Automaton, then we can play the Hotshot Mechanic. Mechanic can crew the... Oh, and actually, that was the right play. We lucked out. Look at that. Because we would not have been able to do all this under Athalia. So that worked out pretty well, all things considered. Alright, deck. Now we just need some red lands. We did what we could without it. Need you to take care of the rest. Yep, either of these is fine. I mean, we need red for all of them, so... I mean, doesn't really matter one way or the other, as far as we're concerned. Yeah, that's probably the best one. I mean... in theory, if we get what we wanted, it still gets to kill a thing, so... meh. I think we still are just on this plan, though, right? Why not? We'll go ahead and put this tapped in the turn. Tempted to sack the Reliquary to draw a card, but I'm not sure how badly we want to or not. Okay, we get to block. We take 5. Now I'm just deciding if I want a Voltage Surge and Adeline. Nah. Okay. Ronin doesn't really help what we want to do here, sadly. Think we're going to have to give up the hot shot mechanic. That's really, really unfortunate. Because I bet they have another Adeline. Sort of what it feels like here. Alright, I'm not going to do anything there. I think we're going to save on defense. Which isn't the best plan, because post-combat, there's some things they get to do, unfortunately. Sun Gold Sentinel is fine. This is good, though. This means they don't have an Exile Duder, which is something we would be concerned about. Okay, if they attack with everything... we can block a 1/1. We're probably not going to block anything. Yeah, alright, that's fine. They still attacked. With Thalia. I didn't expect they were going to do that. So, I feel like something's up, but... I'm your Huckleberry. We're walking into this trap. I'm willing to own it. I mean, if you get us, opponent. It's just going to be what it is. Maybe they just have another Thalia and don't care. Maybe that's the real issue here. Alright, those are our blocks. I mean, I guess we don't have to do anything right here. We can just wait a second. Sure. I mean, because if Adeline's just staying home. Okay, there's the other Thalia. Alright, then I guess we do go ahead. I mean, here's the weird part, right? Because if we have a chance to make this Patchwork Automaton big enough, then we don't even have to care about Adeline. But we do have to care about this, but then we have colorless things. So, I mean, yeah, you can resolve your Thalia. It's just like, do we kill... You know what? I think I'm just going to kill the flyer. Not submit anything. Like, I feel like we're in a situation we just don't care about the things on the ground. Like, opponent's down to 1 card. Like, what are they genuinely going to do to us? And then we'll just pass, I guess. I mean, if they want to trade because they got another Adeline, I mean, I guess that's a thing they can do. Opponent? Are you aware of how that card works? Sure. Yeah? That's a thing? Yeah? That's how that works. We'll crew with this. Go to blocks. And then we'll block with what we can block with. Yeah, they were just like, they gave the oops. I'm like, yeah, what did you think was going to happen there? Draw a card. And we definitely had 2 colorless things on the field. Like, that shouldn't have been that much of a surprise. Alright, we'll do this once, I guess. Actually, are we even going to do that once? I think we're just going to do this. Just more permanent bodies, actually. That makes more sense. And then we're going to pass. Next turn, we'll probably start attacking, because then we can just make something really big. Oh, looks like they got one of their exile duders. Ah, they got a Valorous stance. Eh, that's a thing. Okay. Seems reasonable. Sure. I'm going to say, if you would like to attack, I will gladly allow you to do so. Let's draw. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a real good one. And this allows us some nonsense as well. Okay, well, how do we want to do these things? How do we want to do these things? We're at 10 and the opponent's at 12. Like, this is so tenuous right now. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we can't get it through right now, so... I mean, I guess we go and attack with it, right? It's 10. Whatever. I mean, you either jump block or go to 2. Yep. In the turn. And not only this, now we can crew... Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know what's in our hand. We can crew, make a 1/1 if we need, or block, and then we get to draw a card. Also makes the 2/1 pilot, or the 1/1 pilot. So that gets us an extra body. Okay, sure. Draw a card. All right, we're done with all of our drawing there. I guess we're not. We're going to be drawing more other stuff. I guess we're going to go ahead and sack that, right? Just do this now. That's cute. Alright, we'll put this on this duder. We'll play this. Opponents at that. Alright, we'll play this. We'll crew this. We will put this on a Bank Buster. And we will attack with this, this, this. Is that it? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can block our 2/1. Yep, I mean, block however you want. I mean, you keep Thalia or you keep Adeline. Your choice. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and crack this since we get max right now. Having an enchantment and an artifact. Okay, well, that's the thing. Opponent's at 7. We should be able to put this away next turn. Of course, they had another Thalia. Not sure it matters too much here. Sure. Opponent gets to block 4. Block this. And then take 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we'll just jump block Adeline, I guess. That seems reasonable. And then we're just going to draw a card. That is excellent. That will do kindly. Alright, let's play this. We can get rid of Adeline and then attack for lethal, so yeah. play this. We can move this over here. We can... Oh, actually, it'd be one short. I actually can't play this and do what I want to do. Oh, actually, yeah, because this is two, because Thalia's out there. Boo hiss to that. Okay, fair enough. We'll crew this, and then we'll end up just killing Adeline. And we only got to get 7 through, so that's fine. Kill Adeline. Sack of this. And attack for lots many. I mean, I guess they block 1 and survive. Yep. Should have crewed my 7/7 and attacked. That was the dumb mistake. But not like it matters. We're still going to be fine here. Didn't think I was even going to have mana left. I did my mana math wrong. Because I definitely could have done that and crewed. Or equipped or whatever. And still would have been fine here. So yeah. We just lost because of my mistake. Actually, I guess not. I can still chump block 1, right? That's fine. Opponent's at 1, and we have our land here, so I guess we're still okay. We go to 3. I mean, we have a couple of different ways. I guess the deck wasn't going to let me lose this, no matter how hard I tried. Screw this. Play this. Still get in there with everything. So yeah, didn't really matter. Sometimes you just have it. This is actually fine, just not great. We're gonna keep it though. And the only reason it's not great is because we actually are in a situation where we're going to play these and we need another land on 3 right now for this to be good. But at least we do this, the opponent can't just target our stuff easily. Alright, come on, untap land. Oh, why did you not give us an untapped land deck? We would have loved that. Dang it. I guess we do this. Mostly because we can play the game of keeping our cards ahead of a Meat Hook Massacre if we keep this up. Which might just be our best situation right now. Okay, try this. See how the opponent feels. Try a portable hole. Alright, don't want to spell pierce that. Doesn't really matter when we played it. They'd have been able to spell pierce it anyway. That's a big hit on turn 3 with only 2 land. So, we are not upset about that. Cool. Alright, what you got for us? Man, getting stuck on land was really bad there. Alright. This is not terrible either. Not great, but not terrible. Thinking. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not going to kill the opponent. So our best bet is probably to do this. And then just reconfigure here. Get in for 7. And then that way, if they do have a sweeper, we can play Machiko's Reign of Truth on the rabbit, still get in for lethal. Because that'd be exactly 3. If we draw nothing else. I'm just trying to give ourselves some type of odds, and we got there with 2 land. Okay. We will keep this, and unfortunately we can't play this hot shot mechanic on turn 1. I think we're going to be turn 2 Patchwork Automaton and hope we draw other fun stuff to play. Alright, we got mana, so that's good. Let's get this down. If we're up against the enchantment deck, this is going to be very difficult. Oh, not the... Well, maybe it's enchantments, but not the type we were thinking. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to try to just take advantage of as much as we can right now. And just say, if you got it, you got it. We're coming. I mean, they might be trying to ramp lands. Like, I don't know what's going to be going on here. Yep, no blocks. Okay. Since we already know we have an artifact, I'll go ahead and pump this so we can attack with both creatures. Let's drop this down. Now, let's be aware, that could be a Doomscar in the opponent's hand. And if it is, we're not going to be very happy. Not even a little bit. So we're going to take this Rabbit Battery. And then we're going to play this. So if they do sweep the board, we can still Rabbit Battery, pump up this Machiko, or Portrait of Machiko, and go from there. Alright, looks like it is going to be a Doomscar type thing here. Nope, just putting a land into play. I mean, still doesn't mean there's not. It's very well still going to be that here. Yep. Doesn't change much. Well, actually, doesn't change anything for us here, really. Fantastic. We'll play this. We'll play this. And we will configure here. Oh, is that a kill card? It is. It's a Fateful Absence. Okay, cool. We'll just get in for one. All right. Renin 7. Good call. Now things are going to get very difficult. Oh, I say that just as I say that. We draw this bad boy. Oh, I should have played the Smith first, actually. We could have got a +1 on the Smith. That was a little bit of a mistake. Because we've been able to attack with an even bigger Smith here. Ooh, we have a Bank Buster and a Rabbit Battery. I think I'm going to take the Bank Buster for possible card action. This Rabbit Battery is doing some work for us, though. Gonna go get rid of Ren, and we're gonna play this over here. Boom, boom. All right.
Our fire must not escape.
Esco's Chariot, also a good call here. And this is where that Ingenious Smith not being bigger is a problem, believe it or not. What do I want to do here? I think we want to play the land. And then we want to Bank Buster. Maybe. If we... Let's just tap the colorless lands here. Because we can do this. So that turns the Automaton into a 4/4, right? And then we can crew Bank Buster. I mean, they may have another kill card or something. If they do, they do. Like, sometimes you just gotta give it to them. And just say, if you got it, you got it. We're willing to accept that. Alright. Then we're just gonna put this over here. And we're going to attack for 4. 5. This rabbit's getting passed around. This lucky rabbit's foot's doing the work. All right. We get a chance to draw some cards a couple different ways here. Feldar Retreat, gonna be very annoying for us. Yep. Obviously, that's the play. Yep. Come on in. As they say, come on in, the water's fine. Do we put this on just both? And just say we just take the hit from the opponent this next turn? I'm gonna draw with one of these, because we're doing nothing else for the turn. If we find another artifact, maybe? Okay. That's also a blocker. Okay. This also means the opponent doesn't have a good attack here either. Because if you tap your 2 tokens to attack, that's not good for you. Apparition does help, though. I mean, even then, though, we still have 3 attackers. So that's not the best thing for them. If you do that, opponent, you're going to end up with 2 blockers to 3 attackers. And you're at 1. And I have lethal on board. Not sure you understood the assignment. Maybe you're just hoping we block. But we are definitely not going to block. Well, that's just bonus action. But, I mean, we can just put that here. And then we just kill one of these. Nope, submit 0. And just go for the insurance. Yep, got there. Okay, what do we do with this? This feels pretty exciting. Let's keep it. So we're going to Ronin, Automaton, probably Ronin, and then try to Maul, I think. Barring us drawing something better to play on turn 3, of course. But getting in there, let's go. Okay, that's not bad. We may end up playing that next turn, depending on what the opponent has. Ward 2 is so strong, isn't it? Alright, we're gonna double down on these duders. Don't really love these, but I love them in this situation. Alright, opponent's already at 11. And we have land to maul and play an Enforcer. Ooh, can we get lethal this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dang it. Or we could 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10? That's not enough. So close, but not actually. Though I say we just do it because if we get the opponent, if it's a sweeper, then they're just dead anyway, right? So yeah, we just do the same thing because we have 2 of these. So they're gonna need a lot of cards to try to win next turn. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, like I said, we can do 10. That's the best we can do here. Alright. No point wasting these, because there's an off chance they have, like, tokens or something next turn that we might be able to get rid of. But they're dead anyway. Whoo, boy, we had some tough games. And actually, that's actually good. Like, there was good back and forth games. We had some big comebacks. We wrecked a couple of the control decks before they even got situated. So, like, yeah, this one's getting thumbs up all around. I don't even have hardly anything negative to say about this. Like this, the only thing is I think I'm right on the treasure lands. I think we need to go ahead and take 2 of those out, and I'll probably put a couple of colored mana in their place, because that was the only time we really seemed to have gotten tripped up, when we were just a little short on colored mana. So fixing that problem, I think that's gonna clear out a lot of the issues the deck had. So I'm pretty excited to play this some more. This feels like one you can really do some ranking up pretty quick with. So yeah, if you've been considering this one, I would give it a go. And there's not a lot of really tough rares and mythics to have to craft that you may not play in other deck lists anyway, so that's the other benefit. So yeah, give this one a go for sure. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Akiri Lionslinger. This is one you probably don't know because it's from Commander 2016. But man, imagine if we could play that card in this deck. It's a 2 mana, which is great, so it's cheap. It's a 0/3, but it gets +1 for each artifact you control. And we're playing a deck full of artifacts, but on top of that, it gets First Strike and Vigilance, which, man, it has partner, but that only really matters in Commander. But man, if you're able to make some version of this in, like, I don't know, Legacy or something, maybe this card's playable. But the cool part about this card is it's obviously a good Commander card, it's still very playable. And it's not that expensive. It's between $2 and $3 if you're ever looking for one. But yeah, just a card I thought would be very fitting here, even though we can't play it. I think it was just fun to talk about and let you know that it actually exists. Could be worth picking up if you're playing those colors with some artifacts in Commander. Now, don't forget, like always, if you want today's deck list, it'll be down in the description below, along with links for our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch streams, and our Discord. So if you want to come by, say hi, get deck help, all that wonderful stuff, come on. It's open to everybody. Doesn't matter if you're a subscriber or not, just be friendly. That's all we ever ask. And if you'd be so kind, consider joining the channel. There's a little join button down there. For as little as 99 cents, you can get a couple of different rewards, but also support the channel. But even if you can't do that, please remember to like the video, because that helps so very much. And most importantly, share it if you know somebody who'd be interested, or a group that might be interested, because shares and likes help a bunch. And then, of course, remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and choose all notifications so you don't miss any one of these videos we put out. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.